This is Jarrod Horak for the RunawayHorse.com, and I'm back for my second Kentucky Oaks 2022 points race video series this week. I just took a look at the Demoiselle Stakes. Now we're going to look at the Starlet Stakes for Saturday, December 4th. Now, so far in this series, before this week, we've had 6 races for the Kentucky Oaks points races, and for my videos, I've had a win, 2 and 2 second place finishes. Now, the second place finish last week was Ugiri. Ugiri ended up setting the pace at a nice price in the Goldenrod, but she could not hold on and she ended up finishing second. Good quality effort there, though. So let's see if we can get back on track and get a top choice winner this week. Hopefully we got the Demoiselle, and then maybe we can get the Starlet as well. Now, if you're interested in my Kentucky Oaks 2022 blogs, you can find those at therunawayhorse.com on my Kentucky Derby page. My full cards will resume with Santa Anita Park's winter meet beginning on December 26th. Now let's get into the analysis of this video, and it's going to be the 8th race from Los Alamitos Race Course for Saturday, December 4th. The Grade 1 $300,000 Starlet for 2-year-old fillies, a mile and a 16th on the main track with a scheduled post time 6:58 p.m. Eastern Time. Tonito's is number 1, and she is 8-1 morning line for trainer Doug O'Neill. Won the debut in a turf sprint at Santa Anita, and then the Desi Arnaz Stakes, Ida beat her pretty easily. She was second. Ida's also in this race, and she showed better tactical speed there. So from the inside post, I would expect that she's going to try to get up on the pace. Number 2, Grace Adler is your 9-5 morning line favorite. She won her debut at 5 furlongs at Del Mar on July 31st, stalking the pace. Second time out, the Grade 1 Del Mar debutante at 7 furlongs. She was my top choice there, and she ended up from 6th place, made a big move, and she won by 11 lengths. Got a lot of pace help in that race. And then last time, the Chandelier, I made her my top choice again. She was the beaten favorite. She just did not run well that day. Reportedly, she wasn't training particularly well for that race, but there was no excuse. She just did not run her race. So Bob Baffert ended up freshening her and pointing to this race. She does have a couple of bullet workouts for this, including on November 12th, 4 furlongs and 47 and change, best of 33 at Santa Anita Park. And Flavien Prat is going to stay put. Number 3, Benedict Canyon, also trained by Bob Baffert. This one, a $215,000 purchase. Midnight Loot is the sire. And this one in the debut ended up finishing a well-beaten 3rd at 4-1 odds. Second time out at Del Mar, broke the maiden, tracking the pace by a nose. And then last time in the Anokia Stakes, Ida, her stablemate, easily won that one. Maiden Lady T was second, and then Benedict Canyon was more than 7 lengths behind the place finisher that day. It's going to have to step up second after a layoff, stretching out in distance. Cairo Memories is interesting for trainer Bob Hess Jr. This one ran on the turf in her 3 starts, and now she's going to try the main track. She looked good in the debut, a 1-mile turf race at Del Mar. Sat in mid-pack in a 10-horse field, pulled clear to win by more than 4 under Kent DeZormo. She wore blinkers in that race. They took blinkers off for her second start in the Surfer Girl Stakes. Again, she stalked the pace, pulled well clear under Kent D. Last time, Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies turf. She did not have the best start. She had an uncomfortable trip from post 2, and then she ended up finishing 9th, beating a little bit less than 3 lengths in a 14-horse field. So now they're going to try her on the main track. She's training well for this. Really don't know how she's going to handle the main track. Kent DeZormo has been just riding in top form, 6 for his last 14 in the last week. So he's really on a roll lately, and he should have this one in a stalking position. It's just a question of if she handles the surface. She can be competitive if she does. The 5 Desert Dawn for trainer Phil D'Amato, 6-1 morning line. Mike Smith is going to ride. 4 starts with a win and 2/3. She looked good in her maiden victory, stretching out in distance second time out to win by more than 4 lengths. And then in her last 2 starts, a well-beaten 3rd in the Chandelier, the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies, a Grade 1 behind Echo Zulu. Juju's Map was second. She was 6th, beaten 18 lengths in that 6-horse field. So now she's back in this race, and she'll probably be trying to strike from mid-pack. And she's going to have to run much better than she did in her last 2 stake starts. Number 6, Ida, will probably show some speed under her new rider, Juan Hernandez. Now, Flavien Prat was aboard for her last 2 dirt sprint stakes victories but he decides to ride Grace Adler in here. So Juan Hernandez will ride Ida. He's a quality rider in Southern California, and I think he's going to have this one up on the pace. It's just a question of can she handle the distance. So we have some question marks in this race. Can Ida go 2 turns? Can Cairo Memories handle the main track? And can Grace Adler bounce back? I hope Grace Adler can bounce back because that's the one that I'm looking at in this race. $700,000 daughter of Curlin. Certainly better than her last. Maybe she's not as good as she looked in the Del Mar Debutante, but she's certainly not as bad as she looked in the Chandelier. I like the fact that Flavien Prat stays with her, and Bob Baffert freshened her after that last race, specifically pointed to this race. And I think that Grace Adler's going to run a much better race, and she will be able to get the job done over Cairo Memories, my second choice, number 4, and then my third choice will be number 6, Ida. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you like this content, and that will wrap up this video. And I will be back to take a look at the Remsen Stakes on the road to Kentucky Derby 2022. Until then, good luck at the races.